Hey guys, it's Grace. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video we're gonna do a setup video for my Hobonichi cousin. This is the Avec, as you guys could see. This is my current one, which I will be referencing a lot during this video because this will show you pretty much how this is gonna be, but a little bit more into details as I explain to you the purpose of a specific section, things like that. Hey guys, Future Grace here. Really quick, I wanted to hop in and let you know, in case this video gets super long, I hope you go grab a drink and a snack because I will really talk about pretty much every single detail of my new planner and I'm so excited about it. But yeah, let's move into the video. The covers, first and foremost, are from Kikki.K. Both of these guys are, and they were only $10 at the time of purchase because I think I happened to stumble upon their clearance sale that day, and these are usually on sale whenever I see them. And these are just called the A5 notebook cover, to be specific. I was getting a lot of questions regarding their name, but they're just pretty much notebook covers. They're not really like planner agenda or anything like that. It came with a notebook and I took it out, and then my Hobonichi cousin fits in there perfectly. This color is in the black, and then the cream colored over here is called Almond. For the black one though, I have a rose gold hardware. I really like these because they have the pockets in the back and then the Kikki.K logo over there. So I am still debating if I wanted to do a clear cover on this one, the same thing I did with the previous years. I really like having the acetate there because it gives it a little bit of an extraness. Is that I hope I'm making sense, but I didn't want to cover up the actual name, but having it kind of like this made it a little bit more fun for me, so I might go and purchase more. These are from Sparkly Paper Co. I have always been using something like that over my covers. I just put some reusable dots here, here, and here so that I don't cover up the whole thing, because these papers are just like 8.5 by 11, so when you cut it in half it just fits perfectly right here. So for the pockets over here, I have some address labels and then this cardstock, oh no, not cardstock, journaling card that I want to use and possibly have to trim down actually because it's a little bit wide. It's 4 by 6, but it doesn't fit in there, so I'm gonna have to trim it, and I think I'm gonna go with this one as my 2021 word of the year. Last year for me, for 2020, was adventure, and this was one hell of an adventure for a year, so hope will be my 2021 word of the year. And then I have this sticker sheet, also from the shop, and I have a mini, I can't get it out. I have a mini and a regular size. The mini is great for Hobonichi weeks, the A6, even the cousin, because I chose to use this one on here. It's a very, very small, and it covers up the Japanese words that I don't understand. And so I started placing them there, and you can even fit two if you'd like. So I really like using that in there, and I'm keeping it in the pocket right here, so for the rest of the Avec for 2021 I could go back and use that. Alright, so nothing in here. I'm gonna keep it plain. I'll probably add some name here, maybe a sticker. I have a sticker sheet which you will see in my 2020 that I was testing out, but I'm just going to cover it up with sticker. Not heavily though, but I will show you guys what it will look like. This is a sticker kit that is coming to the shop to cover up those, you know, just the Japanese words and things. I will have it in a marble galaxy and I think this rainbow pastel, but I just want to keep it simple. I didn't want to like overwhelm it with a ton of stickers, but this is already a lot for me. But yeah, that's what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna set that aside because I feel like we're gonna keep opening up this planner anyways. Alright, so let's move on to the index page. I really need to move it. So for the index pages, I want to use this again as a way to track things like I used to in the previous years. Although this time around, I'm going to add some personal stuff. So I'm going to track when was the last time I worked out, I had a soda, or when we did carry out at home, because we do a lot of carry outs and I tried to like really lessen that more and more as the years goes by. We did great with 2020, but then the COVID started, and then I kind of like had a control over it. I'd really like a place to keep track of them. And then this whole ink change, blade change, and I'll show you guys what I did for 2020. It's a little bit confusing because I didn't keep track of it, but I did also at the same time. So over here, I will show you guys that, let's say for September as an example, I keep track of when was the last time I changed the black ink versus colored ink. So it says that I changed the black ink on the 21st, but I marked color. I didn't mean to do that. I think I wanted to scoot it over there. But over here in like this area, I changed black ink on printer number 1. I didn't only just like put an X there to mark that I changed that specific ink, but I have a little bit of notes here. And I do the same for blades, like when was the last time I switched blades for a specific cutter, and I changed the mats, things like that. And the reason behind I'm tracking the printer specifically is because sometimes the printer will tell you one thing on the monitor or on your screen, and then if you go look at it in the printer, it will tell you a whole different thing. But for the extra 6 months that the avec has, I'm going to use this for future planning for dates that are already set in stone. So if there's like a meeting, a doctor's appointment, dates that I have to cover somebody for work and things like that, I will have those here, and then maybe notes in the bottom. But yeah, that's the purpose of this half of the page. The tabs though, let me talk about the tabs really quick. These are the infamous tabs that everybody asks me about on Instagram. If you guys haven't followed me yet, it's RaspberylDesigns. But these are only the 6 months because the last 6 months of the year I used it in my last avec. As you can see, it's over here also. I bought these sheets from the Container Store, and I have them linked down below if you guys are interested through Amazon. But I'm having a hard time finding another set because everybody's been buying them recently. And if you don't have a Container Store, usually Amazon is a great way to find them. They're a little bit more just because it's Amazon, but it's worth it. They feel like the Avery tabs. They do tend to stick though, but I haven't had any tearing or anything like that. But I also just use an undo if I really want to move it. I also have a Villa Beautiful pen here because there is a pen loop. I recommend this pen and don't all at the same time because it is gel, and gels tend to take a little bit of time to dry on the Tomoe River paper, but I love how this pen writes on the Tomoe River paper. So if you're patient or not, depends if you really love the pen, which I do, so I keep one in here. If I'm not using this gel pen, because this is just an extra that I like to add on there, I always use my Uni Jetstream. This is similar to the pen that you'd get if you purchase the Hobonichi straight from Japan. There's always like a free pen every single year, but I always lose those. So I bought extra ones from Jet Pens. I'll have these linked down below. So I decided not to tuck in the front cover. So let's go through the monthlies. The December one, I didn't do anything because I'm still using the 2021. But for January, I will track my personal bills, my daughter's school dates, and important dates, things like that. I would also like to do some memory and gratitude. For the shop, I'd like to schedule new releases, sales, uploads, content-wise for YouTube, and be better with it for 2021. And as you guys know, for 2020, I was consistent and then I'd fall off the wagon and then I'd come back again. This is what it would look like if I would set it up. Pretty much the same thing with tiny text. These are custom foiled stickers from Adorably Amy Designs. All the monthly kits you will see are in the shop. Some of them have updated designs. This was from the 2020 line and we have a 2021 one now up in the shop. So I started putting the little holidays on there. I did that last night as like a little project. I added the little itty bitty holidays, and I went all the way to June because I know July I'm gonna set it up in the next book. And then over here is gonna be my weeklies, which I will show you guys what's happening in my 2020 book. I am planning to do a plan by category, which is home, shop, admin, social media, YouTube, and my daughter. These categories can vary if you want to do the same thing, but these are like my top 5 things that I like to keep track of. Time batching or batch plan, I'll show you guys in my current 2020 how that looks like. And also memory planning, I just placed that here in case I want to do it here versus monthly. So here is an example of how maybe this is like a good memory planning sample. This is like what's everything that's happened during that week. It's all very sticker heavy because I was really like memory keeping versus planning. And then these are a busy week, so I have it planned by category, which is another style I like to do in the cousin. I have my home, my daughter, social media, shop, and PVC. I was prepping for a PVC sale, so it's a little bit busy. And then back to like a to-do list, and then memory planning, and then another busy week. But this time around I use my time batching, and so from 11 to 1 p.m. we were doing local delivery, we took a lunch, and then from 2 o'clock onwards I was packing orders again. So this was pretty much for me to track how efficient I was, because I tend to be terrible at multitasking, so I am trying to start being better at it. So if I'm just packing orders for 2 hours, that's all I'm gonna do, because before, if I'm packing orders, I get so distracted and I try to design something, but I'm supposed to be packing. And again, I'd like to be better for 2021. And then this one is another plan by category, and I started using a lot more of my tiny text. I ordered some more for my own categories, and this is where I started doing both. But this is just an example of my spread that I'm planning to do for 2021. And then we will move on to my daily pages, and I think I have a sticky note here. So for this part right here, the little square, a lot of the plans that I write right here are pre-plans. I take my planner with me in bed at night, and before I go to bed, I write down things up here, what I want to do for the day, for the following day, and those are a must. And then over here, I break down my time, and sometimes I just use it as a checklist. And then these space right here, I use it for, I cut down my tasks. So let's say one of the shop stuff I need to do is printing. So I'm gonna write here the things I need to print, cut, things like that. I don't just write cut in this page. Sometimes I use this for note-taking also. And there's a lot of space in here to kind of break down your larger task into even smaller tasks. So now we're gonna go to the very first page of every single month, and you're gonna see that through the planner. And so I am planning to, let me show you guys what I did for November, and I really would like to keep doing it, is I created these smaller budget kits for the blank space over here, and then I just took over one daily page because I know I wasn't using it, and I've already moved on to the following month, and I was like, oh, I could spare some of these pages to set up a budget. And this is pretty similar to the budget kits that are for the EC planners, and I wanted to break it down, make it smaller for the Hobonichi cousin. If you guys are interested in these, let me know, because right now they're only for personal use. I'd like to bring them to the shop if there's interest. But yeah, it's spending tracker, and then that's about it for my budgeting, because a lot of these stuff are also in my monthlies. I'd like to have a place where I could refer back to the amounts. So yeah, that's pretty much my plan for this page. And then in the back right here for the extra notes, there isn't really enough room for me, but I just keep it blank in case I need it. But yeah, that's pretty much my setup for 2021. As this planner grows, I will update with you guys any changes I've done. Yeah. Alright guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!